Yeah. And I think this might be, I forget what's next on the document, but I know somewhere in there you talk about um, self-making and virtuous cycles or virtual engines, virtuous cycles. It's sort of
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
generating a life that supports character development and the growth towards wisdom and transcendence and whatnot.
Hmm.
And I think one of the things when I read your notes on this, I was thinking was like, oh, that sounds like karma. That sounds like, building good karma.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think we've just sort of naturally sort of shifted into that here, in that
Yeah.
like if you want to do therapy in the right way and not use it as a tool to justify further degradation, which you can do anytime you take that step, anytime you go on this particular journey of self-discovery, I feel like you're often presented with the choice of either taking the hard road, which is complicated, or taking the easy road, but there's not really much of a straightforward. You're either kind of
Mm.
going up or going down, or
Mm.
at least it's helpful to look at it that way. And like,
Mm.
am I taking this in a growth way? Am I trying to confront some of my behaviors? Am I trying to grow and become a better, holier person? Or am I trying to just keep doing the same thing? And if you're
Yeah.
if you're actively trying to address these things and you don't, you kind of end up reinforcing your separation from them.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
becomes the negative cycle, because then you have to work your way out of all of that.
Right. Yeah.
And then at a certain point you get to a place where you're like, well, I've only got so much life and I don't have the 20, 30 years I need to dig myself out of this hole. Although also there are miracles, there are conversion experiences, there are, spontaneous enlightenments. There's Paul on the
Yeah. I was
road
thinking of
toward
that.
just, yep. Yeah, I saw your post the other day. Yeah. Um, you know, Paul definitely not a good guy in that moment. And yet Christ appears to him and he has this conversion, this transformative experience, and is transformed on the other side, or at least something you had implied he was sort of cared for by the Christians in the community he was going to persecute. So there's an intense lesson for him there. He had to intensely face his darkness, and he did apparently, because he got to the point of being Paul instead of Saul.